Hi, I'm Jacob Stockdale. You might know about my love of rugby and my passion for the sport, but I also love cars and I have done for a very long time. Last year, I bought a 1966 Mustang off eBay and I've spent time during lockdown tinkering around and working on it. I've teamed up with Maxall to meet people who, like me, love their four wheels and enjoy their time on the road or off the road fixing it up. I'm on my way to meet a couple who recently bought a camper van and have been spending a lot of time doing it up and creating a real fabulous home from home so they can head out onto the open road. Chris, Carly, nice to meet you. The van is looking really good. Thanks for taking a bit of time to tell us a bit more about it. What made you buy it?
We were in Australia a couple of years ago, had a camper van the East Coast, and then always said, this is something we'll have of our own someday. Life kind of got put on hold, I guess, with COVID. Wedding was rescheduled, so we just said, now's the time. Like, let's get a van and give it a go.
We're both into cycling and we like the outdoors, so anything that let us go out and explore. I think that the best thing about it is we can just leave on a Friday and we don't know where we're going to go. We can just end up on the beach or at the bottom of a mountain. So just the idea
we have the back packed with paddle boards, wetsuits, skateboard, bikes, whatever we're going to need, and just head off.
So obviously you guys have been pretty busy in terms of renovating it. Like, did you know much before about renovating vans or working underneath the bonnet of cars or anything like that?
Absolutely not. When I say we're not DIY people, like we didn't even own a drill in the house. So this was a massive kind of, let's just try it. And I guess Google and YouTube have been our best friends for the last 6 months, I guess.
Our whole adventure is winging it van life, and we've just wung the whole thing. Like, we just threw ourselves 2 feet in.
Our thing is kind of like, what's the worst that can happen?
You ruin a van, I guess, but that's about it. And was there much work that you had to do underneath the bonnet, or was it mainly everything inside?
Mainly inside. There was,
yeah.
It's an 09 van, so we had to get a little bit of work done. The insulation was probably the hardest part, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the longest. It just took forever. Every little kind of piece of the van has some kind of insulation put in there. If it's boards, wool, expanding foam, it's in there.
My personal achievement of the whole thing was the tap. So it's just a normal kitchen tap, and I had to get a pressure switch and stuff, and then I tested it out and turned it on and water started coming out.
First time, yeah.
Such a novelty, but it was like, wow, this is amazing.
Is there a lot of maintenance that goes into it, you know, kind of keeping it running and keeping it, you know, tip top? Because I suppose the last thing you want to do is be breaking down.
Yeah, I think before any big trip, we obviously just do the standard checks, make sure that the oil levels are fine and the coolants and all those things. But other than that, just getting it serviced regularly and making sure the tyres aren't bald and things like that. But
we've got breakdown cover as well.
Yeah.
That's go wrong.
Yeah, that's very necessary.
Yeah.
What's the attraction, you know, with a van as opposed to maybe, you know, a tent or just, you know, going on holidays, going abroad?
Yeah, I think it's the freedom of it. I think just being able to leave your house and have everything you need in the van and just be able to park up anywhere. Like, you drive 2 hours, 4 hours, you just see where it takes you, and you have everything you need. Yeah. And then
yeah, we've got a little dog as well, so she comes with us. And then I guess just Ireland in general, like, there's loads to explore. To some people it probably just looks like a van. To us, like, it's
our little home on wheels.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of like adventures that you definitely want to do, you know, that whenever you were making the van you were kind of thinking forward and going, we'll make it for this?
Yeah, so the Tour de France. So
Okay.
we're gonna drive over and watch a stage of the Tour de France at some stage, I'd say.
If somebody else was starting out in this project, what advice would you guys be giving to them?
Go for it. Like, just, there's so many things out there, how you should maybe do things or you shouldn't, and different layouts and things, and we kind of got it to a state where we could use it, and even from that we changed then what we were doing, and just kind of spend time in it and use it, and, you know, take it on small day trips, and you'll change what you thought you wanted to do. But I guess just go for it, really.
Yeah, and I think if anyone's ever put off by the momentous task it seems to be building a camper van, like, we, as Carly had mentioned, we were novices at the start and didn't know anything about it, and we managed to do it. So
Yeah,
I think
if we can do it.
if we can do it, anyone can do it, and it's just a case of going for it.
Chris and Carly, thank you very much for chatting to us. It was really cool getting to learn about your van and the journey that you've had putting it all together. So yeah, I hope you have some really fun adventures in it, and I hope it makes it to the Tour de France
Yeah.
and it doesn't break down.
So do we.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks for chatting to us.
Good chatting to you.